welcome everyone to another episode of Bangers and Match. My name is Simon Allen. I'm the Dalai Lama of soccer. Today we're here in beautiful Glendale, California at Tavern on Brand. As usual, next to me, Alexi and FoodBall Harry. Shall we get on with it, lads? Listen up, man. We are on Tavern on Brand here in beautiful Glendale, California, our hometown. Probably one of the best places to go have a drink. I'm going to tell you right now, you can come here from like 12 to 7,
okay,
and get 2-for-1 drinks.
Two for one.
Well drinks and beers. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it is probably, because you can see how happy I am, the happiest of happy hours in LA. Like the best happy hour in Los Angeles.
I think I've never seen you this happy.
Well, it's because there's a lot of beer going on, some great food. This is kind of like your local. This is kind of one place where you can work in your office, come over, have a drink.
100%.
You came from the office right now.
I did, and the funny thing is, this place gets rammed by about 4 p.m., which means people sometimes leave work early to come here.
Yeah.
You know, everyone congregates here, which means it's a very low-priced place. People can have a real good time.
Food's good. We're gonna find out how good, by the way.
I missed this place.
What do you mean you missed this place?
Well, you know, I've been gone for a little bit.
Oh.
You know, I've been showing up to come and see you guys in the city.
Well, this has been, listen, Tavern on Brand has been around for 9 years, going on 10 years, and I gotta tell you, it's become a staple for anyone who wants a drink in Glendale. And I gotta tell you right now, I'm coughing up feathers. I'm so thirsty right now.
There you go.
You've been eating pillows again.
I've been eating pillows. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you, but folks, no geese died for this particular joke. So with that said, shall we get some drinks?
Let's do it.
Oh,
Hey guys,
hey, Ahmed, what's
nice
up?
to see you guys
What's
again.
going on, mate?
How's
How are you?
everything?
Man, we are excited. I'm glad to be back,
Great.
and we're thirsty.
Great, we got some new beers that since the last time you were here, I'd love for you guys to
Oh,
try
nice.
if you're interested.
Definitely.
All right.
We got
Definitely.
a double IPA called Shipwrecks.
I'll take it.
All right, perfect. And then we got another pale ale from Day Job.
All right.
And
I'll take that one too.
that's from a local brewery here in Inglewood from Three Weavers, so we're trying to push those things too. And then we also have something that's very light for the summer, which is like a grapefruit radler, which I'd love for you to try also.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll bring those
do
for
that.
you while you guys decide.
And then, actually, we're ready. We want to eat.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we're
yeah.
hungry. I'm gonna hit your Tavern Hot Wings. I gotta have those Tavern wings.
Those are our best sellers. Everybody loves them.
You know, we're in the heart of Glendale, and there's a lot of places that, you know, I've had food here, but I've heard you have the best hamburgers around.
Absolutely.
So let me
Hands
grab a
down.
hamburger.
Absolutely. We'll get you a Tavern Burger with everything on it.
Perfect.
Everything on it.
Absolutely.
Just put it all
I'll
on.
take a carne asada.
The Asada fries?
Yeah.
Great. And would you like to throw in another bacon and shrimp with it to try that out too?
You know, I'm FoodBall Harry, so I'll have that for
Absolutely.
sure.
Ahmed just read your mind.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Last time he came, he cleared up a lot about our
Thanks, Ahmed.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
All right.
So we just got our orders in, and I got to tell you, man, that's some really good food coming along the way here. And here in Glendale, you know, there is a lot of choices to go eat, but this is where I usually go.
And the great place about this place is, you know, it's got so much parking.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to come here and
100%.
set your car up.
100%.
Yeah, and they're called Tavern on Brand, and they are on brand.
Yeah, they're not like
so-
off-brand
Yeah,
or off
yeah,
brand
yeah.
or slightly on Wilson. They're absolutely on brand. And I got to tell you, the people who show up here after work, they're here. Some of them mind their own business. Some of them are here to chit chat. You're always going to be like, you know, essentially like bumping into someone you know or finding new friends over here.
Especially us, right?
We're gonna
the
be
popular
here.
lads.
We're going to be
You
here.
know what? It's like Cheers. Everyone knows your name.
They do. All right. All right. Yeah. I'll be there in a minute. All right. Are we ready to get some food? Because I'm
Ready for
really
some
I'm
food,
getting thirsty.
you
I'm
know.
getting hungry. This is the kind of place that you just want to sit, eat, and talk and about football. And wait a sec. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That,
Shipwreck,
Wow.
Stella.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Well, guys, listen. Let's do a little cheer to all the
Cheers.
folks out there in football land.
my nice, cold, non-alcoholic beer.
That's right. Designated driver.
Oh, this is amazing.
Double
Very
IPA. Wow.
Is this from me?
It is really good. I want to do a shout out to Phil Mitchell. Guess what, Phil? I'm drinking this beer. Amazing. I mean, amazing. That's a really good beer. Doesn't hit you really hard. It just hits you smooth and goes down. It's good taste. It's not perfumey.
How are the
man.
beers?
Wow.
Amazing.
really
Very
good.
Amazing.
Great recommendation.
How did you like the double IPA?
I loved
It's
it.
a monster.
It's fantastic. It is perfect.
Thank you very much. And
So-
how did you like your?
I'm enjoying this one. It definitely has a distinct taste, but I like it nice and chilled like this.
And how did you like yours?
I'm a beer guy. That tastes great.
Tastes great. Fine. Next round will be my recommendation also.
Oh wow!
But let's see that after you guys have your.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. And that's the kind of service that we get over here. You know, Tavern on Brand. You know, that kind of personal. Whoa! What is this?
Food time.
These are spicy chicken wings.
Spicy chicken wings. Wow, that looks
That's
good.
for Harry.
Is that Harry's?
Well, we're sure.
Wow! Whoa!
Tavern Burger
It's a
with
nice
everything on top.
burger.
Wow!
Excuse me, do you want to go on a date, love?
That's
Looks so good. I'll take her out for a date.
that is
This is
lovely.
personally my favorite.
Oh yes, sir.
The Asada fries.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm loving that bacon right there. Oh.
Keep you going. I apologize.
Wow.
Your bacon fries.
Okay,
We're staying here till
Enjoy.
10.
I think we are. Let's just
staying
tuck
here
in.
till
We're open till 2, so I hope you
Oh.
have enough food in the kitchen.
Open till 2. I forgot about that.
Guys, look at this perfectly wrapped bacon, shrimp, and I'm not even gonna put any sauce on it. I'm just gonna eat it and see what it looks. I mean, just how it tastes.
Well, give us one. We'll try them together.
Wow. Yeah. There you go. Wow.
Speechless, huh?
It's perfectly done. It is perfectly done. I love it.
The bacon tastes like crackling.
The bacon fat has dipped into the shrimp. The shrimp is like nice and like sort of like juicy, succulent. It's not rubbery. It's amazing. Fantastic. Well done. I'm
I can
having
have 24 of those.
easily.
Let's try this chicken wing.
But I'm curious to know
Yeah.
what's in your burger.
Well, listen. I'm gonna put this over here for a second. This is a classic burger with the greens are exotic. There's bacon. The meat is essentially been cooked sort of medium rare. There's red onions.
Why don't you take a bite?
I do, yeah, I would. Hold on. Let me just add. The cheese is brie, the arugula, and there's an avocado slice in there. This is a really well-balanced hamburger. It does nothing overtakes your palate. It is a really amazing treat for the senses. There's actually mushrooms in it. So you think that all that sort of like everything would sort of compete? It's perfectly complementing. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would probably not share this burger, and I'm not going to.
You know what? Let me talk about my food.
This,
Look,
I
food's
gotta
meant to be
keep-
eaten.
I gotta
and I'm
watch
the guy
your
who
weight.
eats it. All right?
All right.
Let me say this carne asada is very nice. I like thin cut fries. The meat's fresh. The salsa is great. Comes with guac and some sour cream. You know, overall, it's great. And I'm the only one who dared to eat one of these chicken wings.
that's right.
And it has a slight kick, but it's very tender.
So who wants to try some of these sweet potatoes before we get into trouble and compare them to other things?
Well, as you guys know, I love sweet potato fries and regular fries.
Right.
I'm just a fries type of guy. But talking about fries, how amazing was Man City's season?
Well, it was, for lack of a better word, bloody amazing. I mean, they ran away with it. I mean, every other team out there really was chasing from the third week. Pep Guardiola, and I'll say this, Pep.
Who used to say Pep?
I mean, 18 game winning streak.
Yeah, no, that is an
18.
amazing stat. And, you know, you gotta give kudos to the gaffer who's taken a team of fantastic players and really just shown the world how to dominate in the Premiership.
I mean, they did beat Liverpool 5-0.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that is a testament to just sort of destroying a team that could very well, you know, be European champions at any time. You know.
They smashed Tottenham away, 1-4. I mean, that's not a joke. And
No.
Tottenham came in third. I mean, they beat the teams around them convincingly.
The players on the pitch, you know, are world class. A lot of people will say, well, they're not really world, but they are. They're absolutely. They've shown it. They've beaten the best teams week in and week out. The only sort of, to me, only sort of criticism will be that they didn't go as far as they should have in Champions League. But I think everyone will overlook that with just. I mean, you can just look at the stats for Manchester City and just go, okay, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, look, they were unbeaten for 22 games.
Right.
That is. I mean,
other teams have more or less done that, but what other teams haven't done that Man City has done? They scored 100 points.
Yeah, that's correct.
100 points. I mean, they literally won 94% of their games.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, I think to me, it's like the losing aspect of the matches weren't as really as entertaining as the winning of it. They won with such sort of style sometimes, and when it comes down to it, you can go down to the individual players, the Agueros of the world, and everyone. I mean, I'm not even sure. I think people probably want to email us on this one, but is everyone who's going to be at the World Cup that actually plays for Manchester City actually on the squads right now? And I think that's a testament to it's a testament to that. I'm like, if you play for Manchester City, you're probably, if not guaranteed, to play in the World Cup this year. So, or just in a couple of weeks.
Well, Aguero had 21 goals.
Yeah, amazing.
He scored 21 goals.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Aguero scores 21 goals, but I guarantee you, he's coming off the bench for Argentina.
Look, he scored 21 goals, but he was injured for a while.
He was injured for a while too, yeah. And then his teammates, the Raheem Sterling of the world, really sort of stepped up to the plate. Raheem Sterling picked to go to the World Cup with England, and he's going to want a feature. He can actually squarely say, that thank you to Pep Guardiola for essentially taking him away from Liverpool and really putting him through the ringer most times. But
To be fair,
trial by fire.
I'm surprised Liverpool sold him, to be honest, because he's a young guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely got room to grow in.
Well, he got a lot of stick for going, and some people say it was a bad move, but it looks like it's a good move.
And
whatever, he's playing with the best players week in and week out.
And we always talk about the coaches, right?
Right.
But do we give more credit to Pep, or do we give credit for the players and how the players performed this season?
I think you can't. It's not an either or thing, Harry. You know what I mean? You have to say that the players came in there. I mean, we've been talking about De Bruyne all this time, right? I mean, right? We've been talking about him, right? Mm-hmm. And you can't say, well, it was because of Pep he's good, or is it because of the player that Pep is good? I think that, definitely it's a 50-50 split. You can sort of go with 65 or whatever, but 50-50 split. You got a world-class manager, you got world-class players, you got a world-class season.
Yeah, but the manager's got to pick the players, then you've got to play the formation that suits your players, so it's a lot down to the coach. I think Man City dominated the midfield this season.
I agree.
And when you dominate the midfield with their little small players that they've got with do little circles and do 1-2s, they were really excellent. Once you control the midfield and the defense is solid, you're always going to have chances up front.
What I was really disappointed was how they performed in Champions League and in the FA Cup. I mean, with such a dominance that they had in the Premier League, for me to see them be out of the Champions League, it really was a little bit disappointing.
Listen, it's definitely not a good mark for Pep Guardiola to leave so early from the Champions League, but we'll talk about Champions League in a second. Wow. Guys, how's the food? Good?
I'm not done yet. I'm still eating.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is some amazing food, but we've got to talk about Champions League, right? With the final, Real Madrid, Liverpool. It's going to be one of the most exciting finals in a long time.
I agree, because you know what? None of these teams can go for a 0-0 and a penalty. Both of these are attacking teams, and they're going to go for the jugular from the off. I could really see this going to like a 4-3, 3-2.
Really? Wow.
Well, I agree with you only because there's three guys at Liverpool that want to score goals, and there's a bunch of guys at Real Madrid that can score goals. And so any manager saying, well, we're going to go there for a 1-1 or a 0-0 would be foolish, to say the least, because you have all this firepower. We've been talking about Mo Salah pretty much ever since we've been starting this particular show. People forget that he's actually a winger, not a striker. He's scoring goals. In Champions League, he scored against Roma, he scored against Porto, Moscow, Sevilla, and he scored 10 goals. So going into the final, how many do you think he's really itching to score at this point?
Scored against Man City.
Scored against Manchester City, absolutely. So that guy's scoring goals. Firmino's scoring goals.
I like Firmino.
Yeah, Firmino's scoring goals.
So who's going to score in the final?
Well, I think it's going to... listen, you want to bet the
You
house...
never know what's going to happen, but...
Yeah, but it's going to be...
Yeah.
Fella's going to score a goal, right?
Well,
I mean, you would think that if you're going to put money on it, which, you know, you want to bet the house on it, it would be
I think
Salah.
that Liverpool is destined to win.
Yeah.
Liverpool is destined to win.
Right.
And Salah is destined to score a goal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope you're right.
that's what's good.
Firmino scored 11 Champions League goals.
Yeah, he's a quality player.
Mane scored 9 Champions League goals. So take your pick between these three. Ronaldo scored 15 Champions League goals. Bale has only scored 1. So I'm
But
thinking...
you know what? Bale's coming back into form.
I think so.
The good thing is, the Liverpool team are in form when it matters. They won their last game of the season.
Right.
They squashed that Chelsea, hoping to sneak in a fourth.
Right.
So they're not going down to that game on the low. They're going to that game on the high.
Right.
They've got nothing to lose.
Right. But Barcelona has firepower of their own, but Real Madrid really has some really good firepower. Absolutely. I say Barcelona because I'm wearing their jersey, because I couldn't wear a Real Madrid jersey today, because obviously everyone knows I'm a Liverpool fan, right? No secret. The one guy that I thought would actually score more goals in Champions League that hadn't scored any is Isco. He scored none in Champions League, but he scored 7 in La Liga. That was a surprising sort of factoid, because I'm like, man, I thought the guy would have been scoring goals, but you got to sort of look back.
He's a good player. He's not in the same league as the top players, in my opinion.
Right. Not yet.
He doesn't control games.
Yeah.
People aren't going, no, let's go do something for us. We need the points. He's not that type of caliber guy. Ronaldo is that type of guy.
Yeah. Right.
And Ronaldo is going to give the Liverpool defense a hard time.
Yeah.
Real Madrid haven't played a team like Liverpool. But then again, Liverpool haven't played a team like Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They're going to be under, and you know me, I think Liverpool defense is suspect.
Right. Well,
I think Lovren
So Real Madrid.
On the worst day,
They've made a lot of mistakes this year.
Well, pressure brings out the worst in you.
On the worst day, yes, I absolutely agree. Real Madrid could have very bad defense, but Liverpool could have very bad defense.
Yeah.
I also think that if Marcelo goes up and leaves a gap and doesn't run forward and the midfield doesn't compensate, then it could be a very quick counter for Liverpool.
Oh,
and
Liverpool love counter-attacks.
And even Pep Guardiola was saying, like, Liverpool are the team. I mean, he wasn't even being condescending by saying it's shocking. They knew this team is exciting to watch, and they'll give Real Madrid
and I'll be honest,
money.
Real Madrid have not faced a powerhouse forward like Liverpool.
No.
In Salah, Firmino,
not in La Liga, not in
Son.
Champions League, not anywhere.
They haven't. So I think Liverpool needs to capitalize on that, and they will.
And by the way, with Barca winning La Liga, right? Real Madrid, this is Real Madrid's thing to get over Barca. So I'm not going to count out Real Madrid going in there going, hey,
but listen,
it is what it is. Obviously, that's not their character.
Real Madrid had the opportunity to win the Champions League. Is it 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? So they're going to be motivated.
Yeah.
They're going to be so motivated. It's unbelievable.
Well, the head games have already started, essentially through the press with Real Madrid. They've gone out and said, oh yeah, they're just a good team, blah, 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 and they're sort of discounted Mo Salah and so on and so forth. Head games have started. Liverpool have been a bit more classy in my opinion. But to be honest with you, being, we're Premier League fans, I think everyone in England, save perhaps, maybe Everton or fans or something like that, they want Liverpool to win, right? I mean, it's going to be massive for the league, right?
Let me ask you something, because you're usually good with a heads-to-heads. What's the Real Madrid-Liverpool head-to-head?
Oh my goodness, I wrote it down, but I forgot it. But it's I think Liverpool have the edge.
Really?
In the finals, in proper finals, Liverpool have the edge. Historically, you've known me for a while. I always go with history. And historically, I like Liverpool. I'm erring on the side of Liverpool. But again, it's Real Madrid in the final, and they haven't won La Liga. And again, Liverpool have already cemented a spot next year's Champions League.
Well, you're talking about Real Madrid not winning Liga, but Liverpool, how many points were they behind Man City? So even though Liverpool are playing great, it just goes to show how strong Man City was.
Well, going back to the original segment, just running away with it.
Yeah.
It's going to be very exciting, not just because Liverpool's in it, but it's because Liverpool in what, 5th place or 4th
No,
place?
Liverpool in it is exciting.
Yeah, but it's a 4th place team essentially
Playing
playing
a
a 3rd place team. It's
And they're
not,
playing
it's not the
exciting
channel.
soccer. They're
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think they deserve where they ended up in the EPL.
I think it could have done better, but
Yeah.
the timing was, I think it was against Liverpool, because if you look at Liverpool's matches, if you look at the matches where they played, let's say a week before Champions League, and then the matches they played after Champions League and before that, they didn't do too well. I think they, like for example, in March they drew like 3 matches
and that's what I was gonna say.
to go into. So they focused on Champions League. So they need to win it, because if they focused on the league, and I'm not saying they sandbagged in any way, but if they focused on in the Premiership, Liverpool might have been a little bit higher up. So kudos to Klopp. He did a good job.
Well, that's the whole point about when they say, oh, they're just getting back into the Champions League. You got to have a big squad of quality players.
Right.
Real Madrid do.
Right.
Liverpool, Tottenham, not really.
No,
Well, look,
they
going
got
back-
1.5 squads if they're lucky, and if 2 people get injured.
If Mo Salah gets injured, if Harry
But-
Kane gets injured, forget
Yeah,
it.
but this way, sort of to counterbalance that, Liverpool did lose a major player,
Yes.
Coutinho,
Well,
self-inflicted, and they didn't miss a beat.
and
on
Oxlade-
that.
Maybe that helped them out to a degree.
I
Because
agree.
now, I keep telling you, I don't think Liverpool, sorry to interrupt you, don't have a really midfield. They're not looking to play too many midfield games. They're just looking to defend and attack, and Coutinho helps that equation now that he's left.
Yeah,
But they still have a great equation. I mean, that counter-attack game
Oh, it's
that they
killer.
have is what's
Killer.
I mean, it's just amazing. But going back to what we were talking about, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yes, they do have a great squad, like you both mentioned. What's going to be a big factor for them is their experience. I think their experience
Well said.
Yeah.
is going to take them over that hump
yeah.
and give them the trifecta.
even the experience
of
on the
sorts.
bench. Benzema scoring like 4 goals in Champions League. He's not going to be starting, I don't think. So just a guy just to bring on. Now who's on the bench for Liverpool who's got that much experience to come on and do a like for like sort of.
I don't know if Benzema's going to be on the bench, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
He's been coming off the bench. He did off the last game,
Yeah.
where he started off with Isco
Yeah.
and Lucas Vasquez, and then they brought in
Zidane definitely
Asensio.
going with the younger squad and then bringing on Benzema rather than
we'll see
Bale.
what
That
happens.
was something that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. It's going to be tough. It's going to be exciting. Like I told a lot of people that listen to the Worldwide Soccer podcast, I'm on edge. Like I'm literally getting really nervous about this match. Usually, be like, it's a match, we can take care of it. But as a fan, I am getting nervous.
This is exactly Liverpool versus AC Milan. AC Milan, a powerhouse. They went 3-0 up. And everyone thought Liverpool was dead. Thanks to Steven Gerrard, pulled it back out and made it a game. I don't think Henderson is a great player. And his England captain. Is he as good as Gerrard right now? He's getting close.
Yeah.
He's definitely got to take the game by the scruff of the neck. You can't let Real Madrid get away with it.
And I
Liverpool.
I think we'll do it. Let's chomp down on some food first. Guys, listen up, man. We ate good, right? We ate very well.
I'm full.
All right.
I am too.
It
The
reminds.
deep hole of the earth has been filled.
Let's put it this way. I want to segue into a guy by the name of Fat Sam
All right.
because we've eaten so much. Sam Allardyce
Oh yeah!
at Everton. I used to have his number on speed dial many years ago, but I'm not sure if I can ever use it. But he got the sack
Great.
from Everton. He was the 4th manager of the season for Everton, and I got to tell you, there's a sort of an American connection to what's going on with Everton. But I'm just sort of playing around with this coaster right over here, hoping someone has something to put on top of this coaster. Whoa!
Guys, since I watched you eating so well,
Yeah.
I thought that you guys love to have dessert to finish
Oh
off.
my
Thank
god.
you very
This
much.
is our brownies, straight out the oven, with some vanilla bean ice cream,
Right on.
and 3 spoons who said you can't be romantic in a bar.
Thank you.
Thank you
Please
very
enjoy.
much.
I'm going to get you another round of beers on us.
Wow.
Beer goes well with everything.
Oh,
It does.
thank you.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Ahmed. Wow. So let's tuck into this for a second. Let me try. The test of a
You
dessert.
guys can hit that ice cream. I'm going straight for this.
Let me just see.
Oh man.
Right
I just love me some chocolate brownie.
You know what?
Sorry,
Oh,
guys,
bloody
just
hell.
let me interrupt with your
Oh
beers.
wow.
Since you guys love IPAs, I got you another local expatriate,
I love IPAs.
and this is the Santa Monica.
I'll try the Santa Monica because
And for you, I have a refreshing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nice.
Refreshing one for me.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
All right, guys.
Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers to Tavern on Brand.
Cheers.
Tavern on Brand.
I mean,
For great hospitality.
yeah,
Absolutely.
amazing.
And food.
Great food, and I can't believe we got
I
this.
gotta tell everyone out there, this is the only place to come to watch the World Cup. So
That's
if
right.
you're in the neighborhood, or even if you're not in the neighborhood and you want to watch the World
At
Cup,
6 a.m.
come in at 6 a.m., pull up a chair, and watch the World Cup. Don't forget
I mean,
to...
wait. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8
What-
TVs.
And they got a cage full of good booze in it, so you better ask them to bring it down or something. I don't know what that is, but
I know.
we'll figure it out. But come in at 6 a.m., watch the World Cup, have some great food, and literally, it won't matter if you get fat because you're gonna be surrounded by all the
You'll be
great
getting
people.
fat together.
Exactly, and we're talking about Fat Sam Allardyce at Everton, getting the sack, and I really don't actually blame the Everton faithful for wishing him a fare thee well and packing his bags for him. I mean, you cannot lose that badly to teams that you should win. And
Yeah, they lost to like Watford,
Watford, yeah,
Burnley.
Burnley.
That's unacceptable.
You can lose to Arsenal.
You can.
but-
That's unacceptable,
Yeah.
mate.
So Everton are not a solid team as they were.
Wow, that's a good beer.
Yeah. He liked it so much, he
It
jumped on
over,
you.
yeah.
You know, the problem with Everton is, even though they came 8th, and 8th is respectable,
Yeah.
their stats of the season, such as how many shots they took, how many shots they conceded, they're like 20th.
Yeah.
20th. The passing, well, they were the 16th worst team in passing.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you be 8th and have the worst, bad stats like that?
They're lucky to be 8th. I'll tell you that right now.
I like
Very
the idea that the sort of the notion that Sam Allardyce can save clubs.
He can.
Save clubs, but he needs to save them like more in the top 5 rather than the middle. And the thing that has the sort of the American connection to Everton. Everton have had a lot of American players, go through and out their doors, going back to Preki and so on and so forth. But a couple of weeks back, we heard here in the United States that Wayne Rooney is in talks to come here to play with DC United. And the whole idea was Sam Allardyce was not playing him the way he wanted, and he was very unhappy. And due to his unhappiness, he looked stateside to come to DC, to Washington, and play in Major League Soccer. I thought that's brilliant. Now that Sam Allardyce is not there, that sort of raises the question: will the next gaffer want Wayne Rooney?
Well, forget just the gaffer. Does any EPL teams want Rooney?
Or how about does Steven Gerrard at Rangers want him? Or how about any championship teams want him? How about China? How about any oil-producing nation? I think he's just... listen, we cannot sort of deny the fact that Wayne Rooney is England's top goal scorer, right? He's Manchester United's top scorer, and he's still, 32 years old. Okay, he's not on the, he's not on the youngish side, but he's certainly not old. And I think DC United should be clamoring
Absolutely.
to get him, right?
And look, it's not just the fact that he's going to play for them.
Yeah.
In training, he's going to teach them how to train like a pro.
Right.
How to have that viewpoint as I've got to, get better.
Yeah.
Because you only get better through training, not through playing.
Right, you get better with someone next to you is pushing you, and he is a top quality player. For whatever it's worth, I don't care about the age factor when it comes to Wayne Rooney. I care about how he's going to perform, and I think he's going to perform very, very well. Alexi says it, Harry said it, and I've said it many, many times. There are no young players and there are no old players.
Yeah.
They're just good players and bad players.
100%.
Right? And DC United knows bad players, right? Darren Mattocks is their top scorer this season. He's only scored 3 goals. They've had 5 losses in the first part of the season.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, Yamil Asad, I think, he's a midfielder. He's had 2 assists or 3 assists and 2 goals. Their number 1 paid player is a midfielder by the name of Zlatan Steiber, who's making $1 million. I think last year he scored 5 or 6 goals. It wouldn't matter if Wayne Rooney was 60 years old. I think at this point, let's be honest, you need a factor like that in the dressing room, like Alexi said, like you said, to say, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and see what we can do to change things around. Brand new stadium coming up. The ownership group wants to fill it up. Wayne Rooney's looking at $17 million to come here. Some people will shrug at that. What do you think about $17 million for Wayne Rooney?
If you go to China, they'll get 100.
Right. I mean, well, the top player is making $1 million, so it's like 17 times more. And I agree with you. If he can go anywhere else and get the money.
Well, look, he's the same age as Ronaldo.
Right.
It just goes. I know, but you know what? Ronaldo, I saw him in one game. The guy's got desire. You know, he chases things out so fast.
I agree with you on that.
He's not one. He's just. You know, it's not like he just scores goals. He really is a good player.
And Wayne Rooney will be that player when he comes in. He'll have something to prove. It's not going to be a vacation for him. And he's I think he's younger than Clint Dempsey, and he's 3 years younger than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think the age thing is just sort of played out, low-hanging fruit for a lot of people to talk
100%.
about. I think it's the kind of quality. Now, is he going to do badly when it's really hot outside or on plastic surfaces? That's I don't know. We'll figure that one out. But just to come into a team that's so bad, almost dead last in the league, for $17 million, I think it's a steal.
You know what's amazing? The FA Cup, you got two teams who were trying to win, but they didn't do much this season. Manchester United versus Chelsea.
Right.
I mean,
They would take him.
They'll take.
Well,
Wow.
Manchester United probably wouldn't.
But the most important thing is that these two are solid EPL teams.
Yeah.
It's going to be an amazing game.
I think so too. Yeah.
You know, no
be
one
fun.
had this is the only chance of silverware this year. Brighton, Man, you got into the Champions League. Chelsea, woohoo, didn't.
Yeah.
Who are you going for?
Well, that's a tough one. I think right now I'm thinking Chelsea.
I'm thinking Man U.
I'm thinking Man U.
And I'm thinking Man U because of Rooney.
So you guys gonna buy beers if Chelsea wins?
Well, we still owe you a lot of beers.
I know you still me a bunch. With that said, big shout out to Atletico Madrid for winning Europa. We'll see who they end up playing.
3-0.
Yeah, end up playing in the champions of Champions Leagues. You know who they're gonna play, whether it be Liverpool or Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
With that said, guys,
It's a Super Cup, right?
Super Cup. That was a great brownie.
Yeah.
We're here at Tavern on Brand, the only place to be when the World Cup shows up.
And you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to be here with our football show, checking out a few games
Wow.
and checking out some of our predictions that
What
we
a-
had on our
what
show.
a scoop here from Harry. We're going to be here.
We are
That
gonna
means
be here.
Everyone out there can be here as well.
Absolutely.
So let me go ahead and finish off the show by saying this. If you want some massively awesome gear, you can go to prosoccer.com,
prosoccer.com.
type in the word FoodBall for an extra 10% off. You can go ahead and subscribe to the area below over here to sort of figure out what we're doing and get some notices. Am I forgetting something?
I think we're good.
We're done, folks. Cheers to you.
Cheers to the Tavern on Brand.
Cheers.